ただいまこちらのチャンネルでは、レディアーケーダーズアウトオブバウンズトロント2024を日本語再配信をしております。次回は引き続きシレイヨがお送りしております。続いてのゲームは、キャットクエスト 2% カレントパッチノープターボカテゴリーの RTA となります。EST 予定時間は48分となっております。こちら解説の方は現時点でいらしておりません。有識者の方、チャット欄に書き込んでいただけると非常に助かります。このゲームは2017年発売されたゲームとなっております。当社の方の自己ベストは35分38秒で、スピードラン .com 上では世界10位となっております。おそらく PC 版で走られるんじゃないかと思います。当社の方の記録が PC 版で登録されているので、おそらく PC 版で走られるんじゃないかと思っています。キャットクエスト自体はですね、そうですね、シンガポールのインディーゲームスタジオ、ザ・ジェントルブロスザ・ジェントルブロスの開発で発売した開発されたアクション RPG でございます。PC 版と、スイッチ版 PS4 版、あとスマホ版もあるのかな、これは。こんな感じ、猫ちゃん、猫ちゃんが出てきますね。猫ちゃんが妹、主人公の猫がさらわれた妹を取り戻すために武器と防具を身につけ、 猫たちが暮らす広大な世界フェリンガルルを冒険するという内容で、ゼルダの伝説やファイナルファンタジースカイリムから大きな影響を受けたというゲームとなっております。またこのキャットクエストシリーズ、2019年にキャットクエスト2が発売されて、2024年にはキャットクエスト3が発売予定となっております。なっているそうです。こちらはノーターボということで、ターボコントローラーはターボコントローラーやターボをシミュレートするプログラムの使用は禁止されております。禁止されているようでございます。で、カレントパッチなので、多分、最新版ですかね、これは。これは過去のバージョンだと結構強い アイテムがあって、最新版だと弱体化されたっていう。
Welcome back to Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds Toronto Women in Ambulance Speed Running Event.
画面来ましたね。
While we get set up for the next
run,
run,
we are going to do something, a little bit of audience participation here.
We'll do some Toronto trivia.
これはインタビュー。
Wait, I promise it's good Toronto trivia. Not biased at all. But we do have some really awesome treats and Lady Arcaders buttons to give away for the people who get the questions correctly. So chat, of course, you're allowed to participate as well. Ophelia is going to be looking for your answers and listening for your answers, since I have a set of headphones on and I can't hear very well right now. But we got a couple of questions for you all. So our first question is, this is an easier question. We're starting low, okay? What neighborhood is Seascape located in? I heard that one right there. Yes, we are located in the Junction neighborhood. Awesome. Okay. Second question. What famous Torontonian plays Moira Rose in the Canadian sitcom Schitt's Creek? Yes, Catherine O'Hara. Very nice. Also, a hilarious show. For those of you who may have not watched it, it is worth it. It is fantastic. Okay, now we're doing a little bit of Toronto video game crossover. What is the name of the Toronto concert hall that made an appearance in Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Yes, I heard it. Lee's Palace. That's right. So that is a real location. It's located on Bloor Street east of Bathurst. And a fun fact, it also made an appearance in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, under the name Leo's Palace, probably for copyright reasons, but... Okay. Another video game crossover. I'm not sure if anyone's played this. I need to play this
おはよう
now.
ございます。
From the Toronto level in the PC version
ただい
of
ま
Mario is
ジャパニーズ
missing
リ
in
ストリームでは
1992. Yeah. There's a,
エリア
there's
ケーダー
a
ズアウト
PC
バウン
version of
ズ
Mario's missing, and
トロ
there's
ン
a
ト
Toronto level.
2024
That's right. Okay.
ここに日本語再配
What
信を
was
行
one
っ
of
てい
the
るん
three
ですけれ
items
ど
that
も
was stolen by the Koopas from Toronto?
次のキャットクエストの前に
A Sia Tower was one of them.
なんかインターミッションが行われてますね。
Good guess. I was like, yes, you could totally. Who said Maple Leaf? You said Maple. So also there was a golden maple leaf, so I think that also counts. Yeah. So the three things was it was a piece, an item from the CN Tower, a Mounties hat from a Canadian Mountie station, and a golden maple leaf from Toronto City Hall. Okay, and last question before we conclude our little segment here and take a little bit of an intermission, and we'll be right back with Cat Quest. So last question, I had to ask this one, being from this lovely city, and in what year did the Maple Leafs last win the Stanley Cup? Now, who said 1967? There you go. 1967, a very long time ago. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating in Toronto Trivia. We will be right back shortly. We're going to do a little host swap and be back with Cat Quest. Stay tuned.
しばしご歓談を。 そうですね。このレディーアーケーダーズが終わった後も、休憩を挟みつつ、UBAF と言いますか。の UBAF のイベントを挟んで SGDQ に挟んでと言いますか。このレディアーケーダーズ終わった後も UBF のイベント、そして SGDQ2024 と続いていきます。ちょっと言い回しを間違えたかもしれない。ごめんなさい。インターバルを挟むとはいえ、結構長時間の配信になるんで、適宜休憩や睡眠休憩取っていただいて、どうか暑くなってくる時期でありますので、ご無理なさらず、無理のない範囲でご視聴いただければと思います。改めて、そうですね、改めてお伝えしますが、命を大事に、命と健康を大事にしましょう。
Hello, 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 and welcome back, everybody, to Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds Toronto. We are super happy to have y'all here today on this lovely warm day. But we're cozy, and we're going to get into our next run. With me, I have OMG, it's Monica, who is our new host, and we're going to be throwing it over to Alara for Cat Quest. Take it away, Alara.
Hello, friendship.
始まりますかね。
Welcome. So, as you can see, we're going to be playing
画
Cat
面
Quest
来まし
now.
た。
It is an adorable little action RPG. and
かわいい
it is
猫ちゃん。
absolutely fantastic. So feel free to get those cat puns in on chat. I want to see them all over the chat when
こ
I
れ
see
か
the
ら
reviews
行えるの
later.
はキャットクエ
But
ス
in the
ト
meantime, let's get ready to get started.
2%
So there's a whole
カレン
bunch
ト
of
パ
different
ッチの
categories.
ターボでご
There's
ざい
New
ます
Game, New Game Plus. We're not running New Game Plus.
EST
There's also New
48
Game, which is a
分
whole bunch of modifiers. We're also not going to bother with that. We
新規
decided
ゲー
to
ム
run
メ
the
ニュ
hardest
ーから
version, so we're
新
just
規
gonna
ゲ
do
ーム
New
を
Game.
開始した瞬
So
間
we're
がタイ
gonna
マースター
start
ト
in
です。
3, 2,
これ
1, go.
はい、グッドラックです
Good luck, have
始まりました。
So, as you can see, cute little game. The story bit that you missed is we were on a boat, we had our sister, and our sister got thrown off the
妹
boat by the
を
villain.
助けるために
So we
冒
need to go
険
rescue our sister.
妹を助けに冒険し
So
ます。
apparently we're good with the sword, which is good given that we're on a quest. The other thing of note
ここが
is
す
if I
でに
turn
フィールド
around, you'll see a little spiral on the back of the cat's head. That marks us as none other than the Dragon-Blooded, which is our hero who takes the powers of dragons and is legally distinct from the Dragonborn that you're thinking of.
This cat has never said Fostro down. I'm just putting it out there. This cat has never said it. Maybe meow meow meow, but
So we're just gonna skip through all the tutorial-y stuff. We got the fire spell, which is going to be basically our entire damage for the run. Right now we're still in the tutorial section, and this is the one time in the game that I can just chill and not care and take a bunch of hits.
フェストコンプリー
It
トって
does
出て
not
ます
matter at
ね。
this point, and that's not going to be true in a couple of minutes.
now Alara, I have to say, since I played this game recently and having done
ドラゴン
cat quest cons
これ
for
ボ
you
ス
for a
ですか
couple
ね。
times now, I didn't realize that there were other spells in this game.
There
other
are,
than-
and they're
あっ
super
という間に討
useful,
伐していき
and
ました
I've
ね。
literally never used any of them because
Yeah,
I've
I
only
was
ever
really
speedrun this
shocked.
game.
Too busy going fast.
Too busy going fast. So at this point, as the Cat Quest speedrunner, I can officially say I am not the expert in this game because I have no idea what's going on in the story, whereas Ophelia has actually played through this casually. All I know is the king is grumpy and apparently he's possessed. That's what I've been told from the other runners that actually bothered paying attention when they played through the game casually.
Yeah, it's a bit of a story.
ちなみに
with
キャット
way
クエ
too
スト
many
スチー
side
ム版で
quests.
購入でスチームでも購入できるんですけれども
No,
People have time?
no, 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 no.
本来
We don't do that.
1280円のところ今サマーセールで320円になってますね。75% オフになっておりま
This is
す。
the hardest category in the game, and the reason for that is also because we decided to, for accessibility reasons, add turbo as a category to the game. And I am not running the turbo version of the game. And the reason why that matters is
洞
because
窟の
there
よう
is
な
a
ステージに入りました
lot
ね。
of mashing through dialogue. A lot. So that makes the run more consistent, but also for, our dear friends that have Turbo Tunnel or the like, it makes it a very accessible run. But in the meantime, we're just going to get through a little
はい、
bit
鍵盤
more
もダウン
dialogue
ロ
by
ードでき
mashing
る。
through it.
The little angry cat meows in the background are everything.
So those are coming from our dear friend Draknoth,
日本語も
who is the
対
villain
応
of
し
this
て
story,
る
those
よう
little
で
horns.
す。
Oops, I went the wrong way for a moment.
My
So he's
favorite thing about this game with the run is that it shows you exactly where to go.
Yes!
ローリン
This
グ
is
移動は基本
absolutely amazing, and it's one of the things that I love about running this game. There is literally an arrow that tells you where to go for the entire run. There are 2 exceptions to that, and that is the 2 times we go get items. So for now, we're going to... The game wants us to go over here to Cat, and then after that, it's going to ask us to start heading over to the first dragon. So meet Kit Kat.
Hi, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat is one of the 2 instances of Bipanic in this game because, Femme Blacksmith.
これはニューギアって書いてある
The
か
other
ら
one you're going to meet a little bit later on.
お店です。お店ってい
So
う
we're
か
still in the tutorial-y segment. This is teaching us that apparently people
New
in
Gear.
watchtowers know where dragons are. So they're telling us
Map.
to go over here, and a bit to the side, you can't see it quite yet, but there's a dragon. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna not go fight the dragon. We are 2 under-geared, and we are 2 under-leveled. So the solution to this is we're going to jump here,
アル
and
フ
we're
ァ
going
ル
to
インズ
zip to the very highest level cavern in the entire game. And we're just going to run in, dash, grab the loot, get out, and hopefully not crash the game. The reason I say that is because this is all RNG loot. If this first item is not good or viable,
Okay,
we're gonna have to do some chest duping. And
宝
that
物
is one of the best drops in the
thank
game.
斧を手に入れ
So we
た
get its sister, the Squire chest piece. This is absolutely
宝
go
箱も
mode.
猫ちゃん猫耳ついててかわいい
So that's not quite the best item, but it is still very good. I will take the Ranger vest any day.
Oh my goodness, the
It's-
pause screen saying pause. Oh, that's so cute.
It's not just new game, it's Mew game.
Ah,
And
incredible.
Mew game plus.
What a perfect game.
It really is.
So now we're gonna. Oh, I didn't save the cat. Okay. So unfortunately, I didn't grab the save point right before going. That was my bad, but that's fine. We can just go here, and it'll do 2 quick dialogues, and it'll reset us. And the reason we do the save and quit is because then I'd have to walk all the way back, and we are about 50 levels under the enemies in that zone. So not really optimal for going to go combat on those
Even
enemies.
at like a decent level, being in that zone is not an easy time.
It'll turn you
So-
into a scaredy cat.
It absolutely will turn you into a scaredy cat.
Alara, you cannot see the
街
level
にや
I'm,
ってき
I'm
て
glaring at Monica for that.
回復してセーブ
I
も
approve.
される
I
マ
don't
チスクと
mind.
回復してセーブもされるんですか
I
ねこれは
promised puns. As soon as I heard puns are welcome. Let's get on
Puns
it.
are welcome and encouraged. So we're gonna go fight the fire dragon. So another good thing about this game is the bosses telegraph every single attack, which does not mean it's easy, but it does mean that we have at least something to work with.
It's the cutest Dark Souls out there.
It absolutely is the cutest Dark Souls.
Truly.
So now we're gonna get another weapon drop that we do not want. And now we're gonna get a sneak peek
Level
at our
7.
sister, who's gone.
Oh,
And it turns out it was an illusion made by Dragnoth. Keep this in mind. Dragnoth can make illusions of our sister. This may or may not come up later. So we could run all the way over there, but that's slow. So we're gonna go over here. Oh, and then we're gonna try to zip. The zips in this game are really, really hard and really inconsistent. They also behave differently depending on if you're zipping indoors or outdoors. So if you're zipping
本当だ
outdoors,
猫
it'll send
猫
you
耳
up
つ
and
け
to
て
the
る
left. If you're zipping indoors, it'll send you down and to the right.
Ah, we have different flavors of zoomies.
We
Noted.
have different flavors of zoomies in this game, yes. So it depends what direction the zoomie's going in. Are we going indoors or are we
Yes,
trying to
ne.
escape the house? Another thing that we're going to learn about this
ゲー
game,
ムの方
and
な
this
んで
is
すけ
very
れども
consistent
ダンジ
throughout
ョ
the
ン
run.
に
Mages are jerks.
先ほどのドックスとはまた違うダンジョンなんで
Mages
すか
are
ねこれは
absolutely jerks. We do not like mages. They are going to make us go slow, and they are going to give us extra quests, and they are generally mean to fight. Another thing that I'm going to be doing as part of Marathon Safety is I'm going to be picking up a lot of health drops. Not health drops, sorry, or experience orbs. And the reason for that is every time we level up, we get a health refill. And in this run, there is a lot of damage taken, and as you started seeing, we are so under-leveled compared to everything that it is
Yeah.
functionally an Oko run in all the points that it matters.
You gotta have all 9 lives.
There is a modifier in Mew game that is 9 lives mode.
Incredible.
So
Nani
here
ka
we're learning about a little bit of the
surata ga.
backstory. Basically, there was a war against dragons, and the dragon-blooded won the war. And now, oh, Dragoth shows up, and now we have to turn around and talk to Dragoth. And they're gone.
I was about to say, for a villain, Dracoff, like, talks a lot, but that's kind of very important for a villain. You got a monologue, and he's very good at it.
He is very monologue-y, and we appreciate it.
ま
So
た
now
あ
we're gonna
の
go to the watchtower
こ
because
こ言
again,
いたんですけど
watchtowers
レベル
for some
15 っ
reason
て
know
こと
where all
は
the dragons are.
レベル
Even though this
入れる
watchtower is
レ
in
ベル
the
に決まり
opposite
があるん
direction
ですか
of
ね
where
これ
we
は
wanna go. So we're gonna go over here, and walking is slow. So we're gonna find a cave. And since we're going up and to the left,
You.
we go zoomies. And over here is the ice dragon. So the problem you can see is that's in the middle of a lake. I don't know about you, but I don't know how to walk on water yet. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna go get a water walking potion. And now meet the other half of the Bipanic in the game. The mayor.
The mayor is
Shoutouts to the mayor.
such a good character.
オーサム
The fact that Cat Quest 3 is pirate themed, if he's not in it, I am going to riot. Alara, do you mind if I hop in with a little blurb?
Go ahead.
So I would just like to let everybody know about what's going on today. We are here at Seascape, which is Toronto's original sci-fi and cyberpunk themed bar and cafe. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just looking for a night of adventure, Seascape offers weekly events like karaoke, movies, games, and magic. They also have hundreds of board games and video games that you can rent and play daily. Check out their website at seascapeto.com or by typing !Seascape in chat. And I really need to take a look at this games catalog. They seem to have a lot of games here, everyone.
I got a sneak peek of the board games downstairs, and I was very happy.
I think the conundrum for all of us on site is just trying to figure out when we're going to find the time to play the board games in this event. Because we don't want to miss any of the speedruns.
Well, you can't speedrun board games.
True.
That is objectively not true.
Alara, do you have another run to teach me?
Are you talking about the Monopoly just flip the table strat? Flip the table percent, if you will?
あ、確かに。
So we're gonna come up to a little bit of a fight. This fight's annoying because it's not difficult in the sense of the enemies are particularly dangerous, but they're in the forest, and the forest covers all of the animations and all the spells and all the attack circles. So there is a good chance I'm gonna take a lot of damage from enemies that are doing things that I just cannot see.
And you are still extremely underleveled for this area.
Yes, very, very much.
The taking damage from things you can't see really is just giving me the energy of my cats staring into the corners.
So a little bit of love to my cat Artemis, who's currently at home and my partner is watching him. But I'm sure he's here blessing the run.
Is Artemis a reference to Sailor Moon?
Artemis is a reference to Sailor Moon.
I love that. Let's go.
会話が、
So
精霊との
we're
会
gonna
話が
go
発生
turn
するんです
this
けれ
in,
ども、
and
この水色の
the
精霊
mage
の
just
ス
gave us
ピ
a
ーディーってい
potion
う
to walk on water under the condition that we are
水色の
promising
精霊
to
との
not help the town because
会
we
話が
do
時々
not
発
like
生
the
してい
town.
ますね。
So what are we gonna go do?
Help the town?
Yeah.
Yay!
So we still can't fight to this dragon. So what are we gonna do? No water walking. Well, we need to power up the potion, and you know who can help us power up the potion? The town. But the mages don't like us doing that. They don't want us working with the town. So what's the response? They're gonna attack the town.
So I'm curious, from both of you having played this game, do you have favorite characters that stand out in it?
The mayor.
The mayor.
Noted.
Kit Kat, as amazing and adorable as she is, we only see her one more time during the run.
Oh.
And it is just the saddest thing ever, and you'll see why when we get near the end.
Okay. I'll prepare.
Nothing happens to Kit Kat,
No,
but
Kit
it's
Kat,
still a
Kit
sad
Kat's
moment.
good, but we just don't get to see her enough in the run.
In a casual playthrough, you'd see her a little bit more because she's the gear vendor. It's just we don't get gear because we already went and got the highest level gear that can drop from a chest. Well, sort of. We mostly have the highest level gear that can drop from a chest. And that's it. Okay. We have to go talk to the mage, and the mage is going to lead us on a wild cat chase. I don't know if you're paying attention to the names of these locations, but they are all fantastic, by the way.
I'm loving it.
I think every single line of dialogue in this game when I was playing it is a pun.
I'm actually going to swap out the armor, because the free guaranteed armor is
いつの間にか17レベルに上がってます。レベル17に上がってますね。
So, now we get to the big problem. We can walk on water. That ice dragon, however, is still very, very, very over-leveled compared to us. And this gear is powerful, but it's not near powerful enough to make up for the 30, 40 levels it's got on us. So we're gonna take a small
水の上を
detour. So
海の上を走っている。
these monsters first.
走っているのか、それとも何かに乗っているのか。
Turn in the water walking quest.
HP が
We get the horrible governor shirt, and we're gonna just go the completely wrong way. So, the game wants us to go up and to the right. Welcome to the second detour of the game. We're gonna head all the way down. We're gonna get right past Row
こう
Ruins,
HP
and we're gonna get the only other spell in the game that's worth it for the run, and that is Berserk. Berserk is wonderful because Berserk basically just
スキル
gives
を
us
覚え
an
て
extra
ますね。
50% more damage. That's it. That's all it does. So I wouldn't re-grab that. We're gonna level up fire for a couple of times because again, fire is basically our entire damage for the run.
I do love that at the start of this run, you're like, so the nice thing about this game is they give you a directional arrow. And then immediately you're like, we're not going to listen to that arrow. We're going to go on our own path. Incredible.
So this is actually one of the few instances of that. It's just the 2 times we go get gear.
Okay.
Other than that, we're just gonna follow it. But now we have a little bit more spell power, but we don't have the magic stat to back that up. And you know, we could deal, we could go grind, we could go get levels, but that's slow. So instead I'm just gonna ask you, have some faith in me. And we're gonna come here and the golden key. Ooh, it's a chest that gives me a golden key. This sounds useful. Now, behold, as to get the golden key, we need to go into a cave.
会話してます
And this
ね。
cave has the single most dangerous
ザ・
fight
ゴールデン
in
キーサイド
the
クエスト
game.
I died here so many times trying to get his key.
こち
And I
ら
was not
ストーリー
this
の
low
進行に
level.
関係
I
す
do
る
not know how Alara
メインクエス
manages
トと
all of
あとは
these mimics.
クエストボードで依頼されるサイドクエストがあって、なんかサイドクエストの中にも進行上必須のも
And
の
they
がある
do
み
not
たいです
cast anything until I'm in the circle. So I cannot
テス
bait
トをクリア
anything.
する
It's
とお
literally
金と
get
経
in,
験値が
two
手に入っ
swings, get
て
out.
場合によってはアイテムを入手できるらしいです
So they're waiting for the right opportunity to pounce on you, if you will.
Yes. And almost in the clear. There is one more mimic to go through. I don't know why I'm collecting money. We have no more instances of spending money in the game.
But yeah, when I came into this, I was like, oh, you know, I've seen Alara do
なん
this
か
a few times.
これもしかして宝箱のようなモンスターですかね
This cave's gonna be hard, but I know what I'm doing. Wiped out in 3 seconds.
Well
Good
done.
one.
So we're gonna. Oh, we do not want to turn this quest in because that dialogue is slow. So we're gonna instead zip back
Panda's
to the
cave.
mainland, and we're gonna go to another detour. So the golden key opens golden chests. Shock and behold, I know it's baffling. So there's been a couple golden chests already, but not the ones that we want. The ones that we want are a little bit up north. Sorry, the zips are kind of random, so I never quite know where I'm ending up after a zip. This one actually sent me a good bit more eastward than normal.
Yeah, I don't usually see you over there.
The one shop has the same logo. It's going to be a throwback for people, but the same logo from in Neopets if you played Fairy Bubbles and the Dark Fairy Bubble.
Oh
It's the
my
exact
goodness.
same logo. And
これ
it
は
just absolutely sent me
So-
right there.
イル
You
ン
see that golden chest
イル
right
ン
there?
ケーブ
So we come into this, and we're gonna get the most powerful item in the game out of a golden chest. So give me a moment, I'll head right there.
隠された洞
Don't worry about it, we're getting the golden chest.
え
It's the floor.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And now I said,
あレ
gotta
ベル
have
あ
faith.
レベル99になってるいつの間にレベルこっちか99になってる
Let's go.
So for context,
でこれ
let me
あれ
go
あれあ
back
れ
into the game real quick.
これよく見たら右側レベル99になってますね
Right now, I have 57,
Right now.
almost 400.
いや今
So
ま
we're gonna
で
do the little bit of
左
dialogue
上が
again, because we can't talk to the quest board without it.
この
And then we're just gonna cancel the side quest because we don't actually care about the golden key anymore. We got what we wanted. So we're gonna head back down, go to the cave. And do
見るところ
you
間違
remember
えて
how
た可
much
能
I've
性
been
が
struggling with every enemy up until
なん
now?
か
You've been
見るとこ
struggling?
が
What?
合ってるかどうか自信ないんですよね
barely
正
taking
直
damage. You know how they've
合って
barely
るかど
been
うか
taking
自信なんで
damage?
今必死に探してるんですけど
Meet the ice dragon post phase. So here's some added context as to why this is the most dangerous category in the game. This version of Faith that I have equipped gives me 333 magic stat. The old patch version gives almost 800.
Oh, jeez. I'm just still baffled that you said you were struggling. You're making this look easy.
This run, you sweat during it because everything will one-shot you.
It is very one-hit KO this entire time. I think you're getting to a point where it's a little bit less, but we're still...
A don't get hit
Yep.
run if you... gotcha.
So now we're just going to take the long walk. Sadly, there's nothing much you can do about this because it's going in the wrong direction. If we were going up and to the left, we'd have a solution, but
Ah.
down and to the
そう
right
いう
is
こ
just
と
a
か。
sad
ありが
time.
とうございます。
So
左上が
it wants
自
us
分のレベ
to
ル
go
で、
down there to the dragon.
男女で右上に出るのが敵のレベルないし、敵のレベルもしくは水晶レベル。なるほど、ありがとうございます。
I cannot get there yet because sadly,
つまりさっ
the
きは
cat has
水
not
晶
learned
レベ
how
ル
to fly.
99の
So I don't know about you, how you learned how to fly.
つまり
I
これ
took a little
水
bit
晶
of
レベ
a
ル
more roundabout
99
way,
の
but we're just gonna
洞
go with
窟
the
に
standard
入ってた
route
って
of
こと
learning
に
how to fly, which
なるん
is
です
you
かね、こ
go
れは。
talk to a flaming bush.
I don't know how anyone else learns to fly. I learned to fly from bush.
For my cat, they're just where there is a will, there is a way.
So remember how we're walking right through that mountain pass right there? It'll come up in a moment.
フライングバッシュ、
Once we
ス
leave
パイ
this
ラル
cave,
ケー
that
ブ。
mountain pass is it's gonna be a thing. But we're gonna walk here, cross these, hopefully not get hit. We did get hit, and that one hit took out our entire armor and almost all our health.
線の洞窟かな、
We,
これは。
we don't have like amazing armor, but we have fairly decent armor.
はい。
This loot, this armor is from
で、
the
この、
highest level cave in the game,
すいません。
for context.
この
So think about that for a moment.
高
Just how
難度の
underleveled
ダンジ
I
ョンで
am. That with the highest level drop gear in
ア
the
プデで
game,
ナーフされた
I am just
ただしまだ強い、それでもまだ
like I
強い
said,
武器を
grabbing
ゲ
all
ッ
the
トしたら
X's
しい
because
です
level ups are important right now, even
あ
if just for safety.
23、そ
And
の
then
猫
let's
の
go. Anyone who's an avatar of the last
猫
Render
の
fan,
レベルが
wait,
23
we're
で水晶レベルが
totally not feeling
30と
And then you know that mountain pass.
ありがとうございます。
You know that mountain pass. There's a mountain in the way now. Don't worry. Don't think about it too much. It's just there. It's just a thing. The worst part is, you know how there was a mountain pass there and now there's a mountain?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah, there's a mountain pass there, as I was saying. Ophelia could probably tell you what's going on in the story and why.
I actually don't have any explanation. They don't actually explain that at all. It's just there's a mountain, now there is.
So we're gonna go back to our friend the bush. So it turns out the bush can't really
そう
teach
で
us
すか。
flying
そうですか。
because
ちょっ
it
と
has
次の
a
ダンジョンで
user.
確認してみましょう。なんか
Uh,
桁の
so
違うダメー
we
ジ
just
が
have to do
出たかも
stuff
っ
to
ていう
get
コメントがあっ
information
たの
from the
で、
tree. So let's go talk to the tree.
次ダンジョン入った時に見てみましょう。
I don't know about you, but I have a hard time talking in English to a tree. But the tree does not have a hard time talking to us. It just has a more direct method, and it gives us visions. So now we get a little bit more context as to the story. So it turns out humans and dragons were at war, and the only magic they couldn't steal was the power of flight.
なんか
Rawr.
人が増えてる。なんかローリングしてる、ローリングしてる。
I was gonna ask, but feel free to not answer spoilers. I was curious if all of the enemies
ちょっとだけ怖い。
The majority are some form of dragon.
Okay.
Not all of them. There is one more exception, which is spoilers, Dragnoth. I know you didn't see that coming.
Nobody could have ever seen that one coming.
Gasp.
So now we have the all powered up gem, and we're great, and we're gonna take that to the bush, and the mage is stealing it.
It's because mages are jerks.
Did I save last time I was here? We're
I
gonna take a
don't think
safety
you
save.
have. I was gonna say I suggest taking a save.
I'm so. Is there any context about the giant arm, the stone arm on the ground, or just
There is, and
Oh.
you're gonna
Save
get
した
that
っ
in a
てこと
little
は
bit,
Oh,
but good on you for noticing that
結
early.
構難易
So
度
you
の
know
高い
mages
ダン
are
ジョン向
jerks?
かうんですかね。
Mages are jerks.
Oh.
あれ
This
あ
is why we
that was-
save.
Yeah,
やられちゃった
this is what I saved. That was a good time.
あ、
to
やられちゃっ
save.
た。
Have a good time.
Mages
Ah.
are jerks. We walked in. They both decided to cast 3 spells at once. I don't know about you,
こ
but
れ
6
は
spells in an Oko game is a lot
強い
to
敵い
take
っぱい出
on.
てくるって
They're
こと
going
で
a
すか
little
もしかし
try
て
hard, if you ask me.
So mages are jerks.
But at the very least, mages are squishy.
Oh.
So we could follow either of those paths. We just have to follow it to the end. We're gonna go here, little dragon heads, and oh look, a mage. Oh look, they're gone because mages are
結構
jerks.
強敵がレベル
So we're
的
gonna
に
save and
強
quit because it's
敵
faster than walking
と
back.
なる区間が
I do love games when they have the good old save and quit, and you just
リ
get
セ
to
ット
save
し
a
たのか
bunch
な
of
これは
time with it. It's always
I'm gonna
セ
go
ッ
for
トとい
the
うか
swag
一
tell
回タイトル画
the
面
swag
に
zip in
戻
a
ったよう
little
に見えま
bit.
した
We're gonna go set up to go to the next cave, and it is the one instance
次
of
の
a
洞窟
useful indoors zip in the entire game, and it is really hard, and it is inconsistent to attack, even by like this game's zips standards. But it looks cool, so I kind of want to try to go for it. Oh no, didn't take
推
it.
奨レベル40
It just skips us all the way to
Defeat
the bottom.
monsters.
That's all it does.
敵を
It
倒せ
might save us 2 seconds, but which in the grand scheme of things in a game that's this RNG heavy is not all that terribly much, but every second counts.
なんか566とか出ますね
So we're gonna head back out. And that wasn't the solution. We still need to find the mage. So keep in mind, mages are jerks. But we're gonna follow the mage, and we're gonna find the mage at the end of the road. Meet the end of the road. And then mages are jerks, so I'm gonna get away because,
End of
like all mages, look how he's
the
gonna
road.
start the fight. Just start AoEing.
Every single time.
道の終わり
And then we get a staff and we get our orb back. And we go back to town. We're gonna go get the last quest in the Learning to Fly storyline.
ラストクエスト
So,
どう
you know
なん
how
で
I
しょ
said
う
that
初見なの
humans
で
stole all the magic from dragons except for one?
テクニックなんでしょうかどうなんで
It's
し
a
ょう
little
か
weird that this
有
bush
識
with
者の方
amnesia knows how to fly. I'm curious how that happened.
ファイナルクエストって
I don't know how
聞
the
こえ
bush
たよう
learned
な
how to
気がす
fly,
るんですけ
so
ど
let's go find out. I'm sure nothing bad is about to happen. This is a wonderful jaunt to North Point.
I've never been taken out to a very isolated peninsula and not had anything bad happen. This seems totally normal.
seems legit.
And then let's go talk to the bush, and oh, the bush just remembered something. It's got its memories back. It was a dragon the whole time. I constantly get amnesia and forget I'm a dragon too, so you know, it just happens. It's just a day.
ですが
It's a big mood.
そしてドラゴンは
And it locked you in a
倒
battle
される
arena.
And now we can fly.
Yay.
Behold the
この
cutest flying animation
ま
in
だなん
any
ですけ
game.
ど
Don't at me. This is true.
It is so good.
Oh, it is very cute.
なんか飛べるようになってますね
So there's one more dangerous dragon fight here. I'm gonna try to not take
なん
damage
か
as I go in.
もしかして
And
ド
then
ラ
I
ゴン
took
を
damage as I went in.
各地のドラゴンを討伐していくってこと
It
です
also
かこれ
doesn't help that the arcane dragon is shockingly resistant to magic.
It chases you
でも
down.
HP 大丈夫かな
They all chase you down, yeah. And it doesn't help that those little skull dragons also just spawn those spiky things.
Those spiky things probably were the death
Ah.
of me more than I wanted
Ah.
to admit. Like, you just don't really realize
やら
how
れちゃった
much you're taking damage to them.
Yeah. And there's nothing you can do about it.
See.
It's just- they're there, they are taking up everything, and they spawn right
Ta-da.
under you. And
ゲー
I
ムオー
can
バーになって
handle
る
a second hit, but it wasn't much more than that, and the little spikes just eat up everything. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with the little skull dragon head things anymore. But it's still a very dangerous fight otherwise. Again, just completely eating through the armor. I'm gonna grab that XP for the level up. No, we're gonna wait.
Oh, jeez. And they gave the dragon a sword.
This game is not kind. Admittedly, this is partially because I'm running a category that really shouldn't be a category, but here we are.
Congratulations on that
ど
slay.
うした
So that's not the last
けど何かイベ
kill
ン
me
ト
fight
が
in the
入
game,
っ
but
て
it's definitely like the last of the really,
今
really
度は
bad ones. The rest is fairly manageable. There's like one or two that if I'm not careful could be bad, but we're
南西の
mostly in the
方へ
clear now.
飛んでますね。
hearing we're in the clear now, is it okay for a quick blurb?
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, for anyone who didn't know, it's Toronto Games Week 2024. And Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds Toronto is a part of that event. So Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds is a Toronto women and femme speedrunning event in participation with Toronto Games Week 2024, which has been a great week all along and is wrapping up tomorrow evening, I believe. In this live
今度は
one-day
海を
event,
飛んでい
folks
っ
will play
て
video games as quickly as possible, showing off their talents and challenging themselves,
ドラ
as you
ゴン
can
で
see in
す
this run. You can access today's schedule of events by typing
ドラゴンズレス
exclamation
ト
point schedule in chat. So you'll see all the fun events that we'll have upcoming for today. Fun runs we'll have coming up. Oh no, not the sad meow.
So that was a little bit of a time save there. We make the fire
上の
pass
ピン
happen
クっ
so
ぽい
fast,
ゲ
but
ージ
it
が
ends up hitting that one
多分
enemy.
体
Just
力だ
saves
と
us
思うん
having
で
to
す
go
けれど
around
も
to fight it.
I'm so curious, does the protagonist cat ever hiss at any enemies?
That's an oofy question. I don't know.
I'm thinking. I don't think so.
Okay. It's a very happy cat then.
とりあえず洞窟はクリア
No, your little fairy Navi is definitely the more angry of you two. Because you
Okay.
do have like a little fairy guy
次
who
は
is
どこかな
your legally distinct Navi, who's also a cat, and that is a very grumpy cat. I'm pretty sure that one.
Now's the reveal of what the old
unknown
masters look
unknown
like.
Ah.
Now you understand why there's arms all over the place. They're just little statues of the old masters.
So something that just clicked with me is the directional arrow really is just a laser pointer guiding you.
It's so good. And with the amount of side
Old
quests that
Master
this
の
game
廃
has,
墟で
you,
ござい
you
ます
really want that arrow to really be like, oh, okay,
なんか
I'm going here.
4桁ダメージ出てます
So
ね
these little side rooms are definitely the more dangerous part of this dungeon. Some are worse than others. The mages are, of course, the worst of it because you get close and sometimes they just decide to cast 3 spells, which is a time save, a time loss, and also extremely dangerous. I'm just gonna grab the XP while I'm here because safety. You and these Lich Death Knight monsters are basically just mages in armor, which makes them extra jerky.
You know what? I hadn't actually considered that until you said it right there, and I'm like, yeah, that is the perfect explanation for them. I hated them so much.
Oh, did I miss one? I don't think
Bottom?
I did. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Yep.
Little dragon heads. There we go.
It is always mages in all games, isn't it? It's like the Burger King mages in Elden Ring, these mages with the dragon heads.
So now, more story context. We find out what happened in the war. So it turns out the old masters, one in particular, Alias, made the dragon-blooded to fight the dragons. So Alias literally took cats and turned them into dragon-blooded.
Huh.
I'm sure this is in no way relevant to the plot, and we're just getting these cutscenes because they're pretty. Because everything's circling around Dracnoth, right? Dracnoth's the villain. It has nothing to do with Alias. So what we're doing right now is we're collecting shards. And these shards are going to be used as fragments to make the almighty Dragon
オールド
Bane
マスターの廃
sword.
墟
One would say
これもし
it's
かし
the
て
bane of the
別
dragons'
の別のダンジョン
existence.
ですかね
Yes. One could say that. So
One could say that, yeah. One could definitely say that.
we're gonna go fight this Lich. Grab his XP. Thankfully, these little dragon heads are actually fairly weak to magic, so they're not much of a problem other than the spikes. The main problem with them is not getting hit by these spikes, but they don't take long to take down.
And then I assume if you accidentally wander into a pit, it's curtains, yes?
No. The pits are just...
Oh, it's just a wall.
Yeah, it's just a wall. The cats don't get that much zoomies. They don't want to jump into the pit. The ice dragons, however, are, like the big one, sadly resistant to magic, so our main damage source being magic is a problem. So that concludes our collecting of the shards. and the final recording that we're going to get for a while. And it's Dracnoth. Talking about how they were betrayed and they sealed Master Alias in the Zero Dimension. This is definitely not leading somewhere, and it has nothing to do with the ending. So, we need to go talk to Navi one more time. And now we have all of the fragments we need. Let's go talk to Kit Kat. The next time we go talk to Kit Kat, and we're gonna get the amazing sword. So let's give everything to Kit Kat. Kit Kat's gonna run in. Here are all the shards. Oh my god, we're so excited. And behold, the amazing, the all-powerful, the game-breaking, useless sword.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad sword.
Dragon's
Oh,
Bane.
so it's the bane of your existence.
Exactly.
Oh, I got it.
So we're gonna get to the final area now to fight the last few enemies and the last boss. So we're gonna go take our last rest. So let's head to the final rest point. Do you know where it's
ファ
gonna
イナ
happen?
ルラストめっちゃ言ってるってことはこれからラスボス戦ですかね。
I couldn't tell you.
セーブしましたね。
Final rest.
Oh, I should have guessed.
So hey, look, it's Dracnoth. And you know what's worse than fighting a bunch of dragons? Fighting 3 dragons.
Oh. Oh wow, yeah, they're all big boys.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
they-
they're
ド
the
ラゴン
conquerors.
3体を一気に相手すると。
and you still just
あれ
wipe them out.
いつの間にか倒されてる。
I would have gotten a little more. So we're gonna play a little game. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of sisters, including some
そして
legions.
なん
If
か
we get the
す
right
ご
sister,
そうな
obviously
塔
this is
が
gonna be a
出
lot
てき
faster.
た
We。don't have to like whittle them down. So Ufi,
瞬
left,
殺。
center, or right? Which one's the real one?
You know how I always feel about this, and this game is, you know, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. We're going with left.
Okay. Wrong. Okay, that wasn't the real sister. So Monica, left or right?
I'm gonna hit you with a quote from Star Fox from Peppy and just say never give up and trust your instincts.
Right. Let's go right. Wrong. Okay. So never mind. We're gonna go all the way to the
もし
third
か
one.
し
So
て
it's obviously this one.
That was
ランダムですか？
That was Peppy that
Oh
let us
no,
down.
my sister's gone. What happened? You have no sister.
What?
She's been an illusion this whole time.
え、
Dracoff, how dare you?
君は妹なんていない。えどういうこと？
So to give the brief summary of what's going on, Dracnoth just needed you to become powerful because the only way to free Alias is to kill a powerful dragon-blooded in the Zero Dimension.
で、
Oh jeez.
So he made up a sister for us to want to rescue, just so that we would come here, become as strong as we could, so he could kill us here in the Zero Dimension.
It's a good old bait and switch.
Have to admit, it's a very good
ということで
plan.
ドラコス戦ですかね。
Could say that your character was indeed catfished.
This is fantastic.
I hope my silence reads properly.
So this fight's a little sketch, and okay.
Nice.
So this isn't 100% free. Oh, now it's
で、
free.
ドラコスの部屋
So
を
we just got the
訪
level
問
up,
し
so we're fine
た
because
と
there's gonna be 3 more enemies
テスト
and
コンプリートが出たら
behold, the first
タイ
dragon
ム
you fight.
タイマーストップなんですけれども、どのタイミングなんだろう。
The first generic enemy you fight in the game. Because Dracnoth's all weak and because, you know, you just
ド
beat
ラ
him
コ
up.
スの部
He's
屋の
got no magic
訪
left.
問後に、
So what he's gonna do? He's gonna
そ
die.
してちょっ
But
と
what
分か
was
り
the plan?
ちょっと分かりやすく言い換えま
This
す。
powerful
ドラコスの部屋を訪
dragon-blooded
問した後、クエストコンプリー
has
ティ
to
ッドが
die in the
出
Zero
るので、その
Dimension.
タイミングがタイマーストップらしいん
Jeez,
ですけれども
he。
So we let Alias escape. Now, this is not time just yet. Oh, we got the swag skip.
はい、
So that
あ、
just
ま
kind
だ
of。brings
え
us down
え
here. And we're gonna head down, and of course, the grand ending has to be we're gonna break into Dracnoth's apartment. And after we break into Dracnoth's apartment, what does a good friend do? We're gonna read his diary, and we're gonna
か
steal
ら
his
け
family
続
picture.
きそう。エ
How do
ピ
you
ロ
know
ーグ。
you're a good friend.
So behold, the diary,
あ、こ
the
れ
family
が
picture,
部屋なん
and
ですか
then
ね、ド
time
ラ
is
コ
gonna
ス
be
の。
once we leave, and it's gonna say quest
この後、
complete.
クエスト
then
コ
free.
ンプリーティッドが出たら、
So
タイマー、あれ
time.
マーストップ。
Gee, that was
Good
beautiful,
gameです。
Alara. Gorgeous.
記録38分58秒
That
で
was
した。お
very, very
疲れ様
stressful.
で
You
す。
have no idea how much I was shaking in some of those fights. those fights really can just absolutely one-shot you at any given point. So the fact that we only died twice is actually
すごい
really
可愛
good.
らしいイラストで、
Can I
あっ
ask
と
what
い
the
う間に
final time was?
That's what I was wondering. What is the?
38 sub 40.
I was about to say, is that a PB,
Nice.
Alara?
It's not, but it's really
I was
good.
about to say when I was going on the pace of that, I was like, I feel
I-
like this is like close.
Sub 40 is really, really solid.
Yeah.
I will take sub 40
That was
any
a
day.
great run, Alara. That was fantastic. You should be so proud.
So thank you so much, everyone.
素晴らしい走りで
I
し
don't know how
た。
much time we have, but for final shoutouts from me, thank you so much to my wonderful friends, including Clockwork Ophelia, who's right here with us. She is fantastic and amazing. She's taught me so many wonderful runs, and she's just a beloved friend that's here with me and always on comms helping me out, as well as Cell and Crime for running this fantastic event, and all the other amazing people, all the staff, all the tech, all of our chat moderators, because I know we've got Kasaki there, we've got Trainer Anade, we've got Selkuth, mine, we've got a bunch of amazing people. Y'all are amazing, and you're making this happen. So, thank you so much. Also, it feels kind of weird being dressed in a cat outfit when I'm a Kitsune VTuber, but you know what, we deal.
Also, Alara, where can we find you if we want to find more of you?
I am basically everywhere as Alara Cutie because the name Alara is basically impossible to get on social media. So, if you want to look me up, it's Twitter, Twitch, everywhere, just Alara Cutie.
Congratulations on a fantastic run.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, I hope you enjoy the rest of the event, everyone. Bye!
And stick around because I think next up we're gonna have some
と
fast
いうこ
hot
とで、
dogs.
キャットクエスト 2% カレントパッチのターボカテゴリーでございました。それでは次のゲームの準備がありますので、一旦失礼いたします。少しお待ちください。